stories this part.
Ooh. What is this?
Alright.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 47 of the More Than Macros podcast. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Riki.
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing pretty awesome, actually. I bought my plane ticket yesterday for Europa. I talked about that last week, how I did that meet. I don't remember if we did it off.
Oh, yes.
Or on.
I know, because we chat for a little bit before we jump
do.
on. No, I think that was on, that you were doing.
Yeah. So I'm doing the powerlifting meet for USPA. It's going to be my first time in that federation, and so that's April 14th weekend at Europa, which is in Orlando, Florida. So if anybody's in the area, come see me lift.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got my plane ticket for Fort Lauderdale, actually, because my best friend is from Fort Lauderdale. So I'm going to fly in a few days before and kind of hang out, relax, and I don't know, hopefully stop by, because Manders lives a couple towns over, so maybe I'll stop by and hang out with her for a bit. And then, I compete. And my plane ticket was only $129, which was
What?
Yeah.
I love when that happens.
From New York to Florida is really cheap.
That's not bad. I hate because going to Florida usually is pretty cheap. Where did I go? Oh, but last summer when I went to Nashville, stupid expensive, $333. I'm it's an hour flight. So annoying when that happens. It just doesn't even make sense. That's what I'm trying to convince Jeff that we should go to the CrossFit Games this summer.
Because it would be so cheap.
But I want to drive.
How long would that take?
It's a 14-hour drive.
That's not bad. That's not terrible.
Not terrible. And when I looked up directions for us, it takes us straight through Cedar Point, Ohio.
Okay.
So I was thinking you know what Cedar Point is, right?
No.
Oh my God, Jeff didn't know this either. Okay. It is they have the this crazy amusement park with all of these
Yes, and it has the biggest roller coasters.
Yes, and it has the most roller coasters, I think, in one park.
I got really excited.
So I was so we could totally add a day on at the beginning, probably the end of the trip, and go to Cedar Point.
That was so much fun.
Yeah. And and obviously the games are 2 weeks before my birthday. So, and he's actually just signed up. He does Autism on the Seas cruises.
Oh.
Yeah. So in the summer, if he volunteers to help out on those. So he just signed up for one on my birthday. So I'm giving him a little bit of a hard time, although I was the one that persuaded him to do it in the first place. I'm just trying to use it to my advantage to now try and get him to road trip to the CrossFit Games. I mean, I probably shouldn't be talking about my plan for this because he does listen to this. But I think he's caught on already. But no, I think that would be so much fun. I always want a road trip. Plus, then I can drive around and have my car.
Yeah. No, I like road trips a lot. My mom is actually planning on coming for Christmas. I mean, she's coming before that. She's actually coming next month. But She says that she wants the whole family from Missouri to take a road trip to my house for Christmas. So I'm going to be hosting Christmas next year. But I don't know how it's going to work with my family because it's my mom, my stepdad, and then my youngest brother with his daughter, who will be 3 or 4 around that time, and then my sister with my brother-in-law, her husband, and then their 3 daughters, which range from ages 9 to 2 years old. So, and they plan on taking renting one of those big the Mercedes buses.
Yeah.
Rent one of those and like driving down, which is like 16 hours, plus having those kids and like diaper changes or whatever, you probably want to add like another 4 hours to that, and they plan on driving straight through. So I think I'm gonna send them my camera so they can record everything.
Oh my god, yeah, that's a great idea. And oh my goodness, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I road tripped with Coda, like, and that was enough of like adding trips to like stop and walk him, and plus like I pee every 5 seconds. So I mean, between the two of us, like, that added enough time. Like going to Vermont this last summer, I don't know if I could handle all that.
Like, 2 grown adults, like, that would be really fun. And
yeah,
like, I can like imagine you like singing to like Britney Pandora or something like that the whole trip. I should do a road trip with you.
I know. I did say that we should do that. That would be so much fun, and collab on some YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
So what else is new? What's going on? Oh my god, before I just asked you a question, I'm interrupting you. How amazing is the weather?
I know. We have a running workout today because it's so nice. Yesterday we had our, the garage door open at the gym. It was gorgeous. So I'm hoping like that's it for winter. Like no more snow.
I know. Oh my goodness. I was like, I have the windows like cracked right now. Like, oh my god, it's so nice. I was so excited yesterday. Same thing. We had the garage door open. So nice. I love warm weather. But what else is going on? Aren't you going to, when is the Arnold? You're going to the Arnold, I saw?
Next week, next Thursday, I fly out for the Arnold.
So excited. Where's that at?
Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah. So I go out, I fly out next Thursday, and then I'm there like the entire weekend. A lot of my friends are lifting. Like Leah Cassiano, she's lifting, so is her sister.
Okay.
So I'm working the donuts and deadlifts booth, but I'm hoping like Chloe will let me sneak out to like watch them lift, and like some of the powerlifters, like Bonnie Schroeder, she's lifting. So it should be fun. And but yeah, I will be at donuts and deadlifts booth, so come say hi. Don't offer me any donuts unless they're gluten-free. If you don't know already, like if you haven't watched my YouTube, I do come out that I was diagnosed with celiac disease. Brandon already knew. Brandon knew like over a month ago. But and like I don't know, I was just like super reluctant like to like share because I didn't want people to think that I'm like an attention whore. I like honestly didn't even want to share it at all. But then I thought like, you know what? Everybody's gonna like see me start posting more gluten-free foods, and they're gonna be like, "What the hell's going on with Riki? Why isn't she eating donuts?" Like, so, if you guys do have like good gluten-free recipes, like shoot them my way.
Well, and you in your video you did like some gluten-free like snacks and stuff like that, right? Yeah. I did see the clip that you put on Instagram last night about how they shortchanged you in that one cookie package.
Yeah, there was only 7 out of 8, and then what was weird, that it was like a Scottish brand. They didn't have any nutritional facts. They just had a set of ingredients and no nutritional facts, because I was going to see like how many cookies per serving, and yeah, that was like very weird.
I wonder, well, I mean, obviously I would imagine like certain countries it's not required, but you would think like Great Britain would require that.
Yeah, it was very interesting, but good finds. Like I didn't know Marshalls would have like such a variety of like gluten-free foods. So
yeah, which
was really awesome, because being gluten-free is a little more expensive.
Yeah, especially
if you do want to like find like those kind of fun stuff, like fun treats, like to replace like your Cheez-Its or whatever.
Yeah.
Seeing all that stuff was like pretty cool. There was like a ton more things that I wanted to get, but Dan was like, all right, you're like, it's getting a little expensive. We have a trip to Greece soon, so don't get everything. But Marshalls, TJ Maxx, like I would definitely like recommend like hitting up those places before you hit up Trader Joe's and Whole Foods.
Yeah, because it can add up quickly. But yeah, you can really find some good ones at either Marshalls or like Home Goods usually has like a big like food section. That's where I always get Himalayan salt there.
Yes.
Because they always have, like, enormous bags for, like, the same size that there's, like, a little shaker, even at Trader Joe's. And they always have coconut oil. And I've been noticing lately, raw honey.
Yes.
Because, again, I usually get that from Trader Joe's, but you can get such a bigger container for the same thing.
Dan loves, like, real maple syrup, and I hate it. And so I'll get it there because it's so much cheaper.
Yeah, so much cheaper. I actually have to go there because I bought a pan that sucks. So I like recorded me making breakfast the other day, and the pan like everything stuck to the bottom of the pan. I was like, I'm clearly editing this out of the video. Like this makes it look like I'm a terrible cook. Hi, Boomer.
You hear her like,
the tongue gets me every time.
Yesterday she looked so weird because she had it in, and like she just looked like a completely different dog. And then like I never noticed because her tongue covers it, but she has a big bottom lip. She looks like Bubba Gump when her tucked in.
Aw, how are she and the other pup getting along?
They're doing good. They're doing really good actually. There's some moments like Xena, she can be like a little mean to Boomer. Like she's just a little too aggressive.
Yeah.
But Boomer, she'll like put her head down and kind of like lay still, and that's like a sign for Xena to know that she's playing too rough with her. So then they start giving each other kisses. So they're doing a lot better. We like between them two, they're great. But like Xena, we're having problems with her eating. She's being like very picky, and it's so weird because like we've had her for going on 3 months now, and like now she's like acting picky with her foods. So, and like we have to make sure that she eats her breakfast because she has to take medication for her itchy skin. She has skin allergies. Yeah, and we just like throw the medicine in the food, and so we need to make sure that she eats at least in the morning. Yeah. So,
well, do you know if the allergy is related, like food related? Like, could it be that she's allergic to the food?
I don't think it is food related. I forgot Apoquel. That's what the medication's called. It's basically like a doggy Zyrtec. They say a lot of blue-nosed pits. It's very common to have that kind of skin allergy. Yeah. And then to give her a bath twice a week. We're so bad at that, though. We give her a bath like maybe once a week.
I know, it's such a I feel like with stuff like that, like again, I just told you before we jumped on, I had to think of did I bathe myself, let alone my dog. Like, I'm like, oh God, did I shower? Like the days
like,
just.
Like, Boomer hates baths. Like if I just say like I'm gonna take a shower, she knows what bath and shower means, so she'll go running underneath the bed because she thinks it's gonna be for her. Yeah, she's a stinker.
She's like, you're not getting me. Oh my God, I love it.
Go down.
So.
The Open is tomorrow or today.
Rewind.
I sang it and I screwed up.
The Open is in the future. No, it's present. Oh my God, I know. I feel like, well, we've talked about us doing an intramural open this year at our gym, and I feel like I've been, like, that's one thing I'm so bad at, like, planning, like, stuff out, like, far in advance. But this one I did, obviously, because there were different components of it, and, like, I'm like, I feel like it's been going on forever, and then it's like, oh my God, it's happening tonight. Yeah. Like, oh my God. Do you have any predictions?
Predictions? I think that the first workout is going to be like a big chipper. And it's going to I think it's going to, Dan and I were talking about it. We really think that there's going to be like kettlebells involved.
Yeah, because there was not kettlebells last year, right?
I don't, like, honestly, has there ever been?
There had to be.
I don't know. Well,
Morning Chalk Up did that one, like that thing a couple weeks ago where they were doing like things that were involved in the Open, but that was more like the people that were doing them, because like Matt and Tia aren't doing any of the Opens. I actually don't know who's doing the first one.
I think, wait, I thought Noah, I don't know. I could be wrong.
Somebody else said Noah. Somebody at the gym said Noah last night, so maybe it is Noah.
But yeah, so I'm thinking, Dan's been making us like work with like a lot of like kettlebells and dumbbells, like double and single of like everything. So on Monday we had to do double kettlebell snatches in our workout, which sucks.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like Dan's really good at figuring out like what's coming up like each week.
Yeah.
I mean, the like last couple of years that like I've done it, it's like it's so crazy because he makes us like do like certain movements like all week long. Like I mean, he'll make us do thrusters like Monday through Wednesday, and then we rest usually on Thursdays, and then come Fridays when we do the Open workout, and we're like, how did you know? Like, this happens every single time. Like, Dan should win the like, play the lottery. Because, like, it's been, like, every single time, which is so crazy. But, like, a lot of, because we talked about this, with the members at my gym, and a lot of them started, like, yesterday, started working on, like, their handstand walks, and it's like, handstand walks have never been in the Open, and so they're like, well, it could be this year though, don't you think? Because like everybody's like more advanced, so they're predicting that handstand walks are going to be in the Open this year.
Interesting. I'm going to say no to that.
I am too. Like, I think it's too. I don't know. Maybe.
I think it's interesting because I've been listening a lot to the CrossFit podcast, which, shout out to Savan. I am sure he's not listening, but dear God, I love that man. Like, he just, on he had Patrick Vellner on. Within 5 minutes on the podcast, he asked Patrick Vellner if his pubic hair was red. I mean, who does that? Like, that's great. That's very classy. I love it so much. But I feel like CrossFit as a whole has been really trying to take a turn away from their elite athletes and go way more into the realm of like the average person. So I feel like that makes it so much more difficult to predict like what the Open is going to be, because I feel like if they're going there, then you are going to be you're encouraging more of these people that are just like normal people to do the Open.
Right.
So if you throw out something like a handstand walk, like you are eliminating so many people. Like, and I've even noticed like they last year and I believe the year before, muscle ups were in the Open, but they were tucked into like another like deep into a chipper that like it was tough to even get to where they were.
Years ago, yeah. But wasn't last year like in the very beginning?
Yeah, but it was, so last year the muscle ups were in the same, it was the same workout last year. It was the one with the deadlifts, wall balls, rowing, handstands, and then muscle ups. So you had to get through all that other stuff to get to the muscle ups. Yeah. So, and it was even tough in that workout to get to the handstand push-ups, which is a higher difficulty element. So I feel like in that essence, they are trying to accommodate those people, but it certainly isn't like, what was it, 2012, where the 12.1 was 7 minutes of burpees. Like, I mean, I threw
up that workout. That was my first, whatchamacallit.
Your Open? That was your first Open? That was my first Open. Yeah. That was 2 weeks after I started CrossFit. Because I started right around this time in 2012.
Okay. I started like the beginning of September of 2012. But yeah, it was like burpees and then you snatch, right?
That was 2013.
That was 13. Yeah.
That was 13. 12 was literally just 7 minutes of burpees.
Yeah, no. I mean, I've done that workout.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah. Yeah, the next year they did burpees and then, like, increasing snatches. Yeah. So you also have to think about, like, I know that they obviously think about the equipment within gyms as well.
Yes.
So obviously, they gave out the weights for dumbbells this year, so we're going to see dumbbells again. I would love to see kettlebells. I like kettlebells in there. So this year, the judges course doesn't really ever give much away.
I didn't do it this year. I've done it the last couple of years, but not this year. I mean, Dan didn't ask me to. He didn't say I needed to, so I didn't do it this year.
This year's, honestly, it was, I think I talked about this when I first did it, like, I thought this year's course sucked. They change it up every year,
right? And
which I don't understand why, because it's the same shit, unless you're adding in different stuff, but this year right. I thought the course was horrible this year, like, it...
Yeah, so a lot of people were saying, there was, like, 2 people at my gym that took it, and... Yeah.
There was no audio component. Like, it was laid out super weird. There was one part, like, I got to, like, part of the course where I was like, how the fuck? I literally had to exit the course. I was like, how the fuck do I get out of where I am? Like, and get back to, like, progressing. Like, the next button wasn't lighting up. I'm like, what button do I hit here? I just closed out and, like, logged back in. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. But, yeah. Oh my god, I always get nervous excited
about the Open.
Yeah, I really like. I'm not one who I don't like surprises. Yeah. I don't like. But see, you do the Open on Fridays.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So we do them on Saturdays.
Okay.
So I feel like I've got an extra day to mentally prepare.
And then like watch everybody, like other people's videos if they've like posted and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we watch, so Dan and I, because Thursdays are Sundays usually, so Dan and I will watch the Open, and then he starts like strategizing, and he'll immediately go to the computer and like write down a plan for our gym. He's like, this is how we're gonna, like, he breaks it down, and he's like, this is how you're gonna do it, and like he like has like a list of like bullets of like advice, like make sure you wear these kinds of shoes, if you're gonna tape it like this, like everything. And then like, so he's on the computer for like a good hour just like giving info. And then I think last year there was one moment he was like, oh crap, like we need tape. So that night he because he wasn't gonna he doesn't coach the 6 a.m. class on Fridays.
Yeah.
So he had to go to Home Depot like at 9 o'clock at night, and then he goes to the gym, lays out all the tape so he's not home till like midnight, and then like the coach can coach at the 6 a.m.
Oh my god. Yes, see, we do it on we did it on Fridays our first year that we were open, but we changed to Saturdays just because we're on the smaller side in general, so I feel like it helps build up that community rapport a little bit.
Yeah.
On Saturdays. So, and this year should be really fun with the intramural Open. It's been getting crazy. I think I've talked about it a couple times. Like, so we did it. I know that like this is catching on. Like the intramural is becoming a little bit more popular within gyms because, like Chris Cooper. I don't know that he's actually the one that like created it, but like that's who I got the idea from Two Brain. But he splits his gym into 4 teams, like houses in Harry Potter, which I mean, hey, but we did, because again we're on the smaller side, so we did 2 teams, but last year I think we had like maybe 6 or 7 people like actually register. We had like double that, triple that, like actually showing up on Saturday mornings to do the workout. But this year we have, as of this morning, we had 23 signed up for it. So way more people involved this year doing it, and everybody is split into 2 teams. So anybody who registered like 10 days ago, I think we did it, like whoever was registered before our draft was up for selection by the 2. So I picked 2 captains, like that I thought would be like usually a little more like on the competitive side, but also like they've got that like supportive like cheerleading side of them as well. So I picked 1 guy, 1 girl, and they each picked they each drafted whoever had signed up for the Open. And then for the last 2 weeks, they have been able to like recruit anybody who did not sign up. Their job is to persuade them to sign up and be on their team. So, because you get points, obviously, for the amount of people that are doing the workout with your team each week and all of that. So, so that's been the fun part. And the one captain was a little sneaky because she knew that was like the next stage of what was happening.
She told her friends
she told him to not sign up and wait until afterwards. So then she literally, like, the day that the draft happened, like, her team was like up 4 people afterwards because she was sneaky.
Smart.
I know. I'm not on her team, so I was like, damn you, but it was very smart. I love her. She's so competitive. It's so fun. She's gotten, actually, though, I will say she's gotten a couple people that I was like, there's no way that they're doing. Because, I mean, I even did this year just to kind of get, like, more people in on this intramural Open and just the excitement over the Open. Because we're definitely not a competitive gym. Like, we are, like, just a lot of people just, like, there to have fun, get their workout in, and go home. Yeah. So I feel like in that environment, it is sometimes tougher to convince them that, like, hey, the Open is, like, I convinced them to do CrossFit. They're like, I'm not doing anything else. Like, I'm not doing the Open. So this year, like, on top of, like, this, I'm reimbursing them their Open fees this year off of their membership for March. So I'm like, it's so much fun. Like, there's not, and you're gonna pay the $20 anyway, because you're either gonna pay it to me or pay it to CrossFit, so pay it to CrossFit, and I will give it back to you, so, off of their March dues. So, I think that's creating a little bit more of like a, hey, I can do this, so, I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. People are getting into it, so, I have to send out the scoring rubric today, so... Mm-hmm.
We haven't, like, we don't, like, we would love something like that, but I don't know, like, our gym is, like, not into, like, new stuff, or they just want to, like, work out and, like, just compete amongst each other, but not on paper.
Yeah.
But we do have a lot of people signing up, because we are a very competitive gym.
Yeah.
I want to say we have, like, close to, like, 30, 40 people.
That's awesome.
And, everybody keeps asking, because Dan stopped competing. He doesn't compete anymore, but he still signs up for the Open, and he's not gonna, like, when he was competing, what he would do is, like, do the workout, and then he just, like, kind of watches the leaderboard the entire weekend, and then, like, come Monday, he'll like, try to determine whether or not he has to redo the workout, just to stay up there. But he claims he's not going to do that. He's doing the workout once, Friday afternoon, and that's it. And wherever he, like, stands on the leaderboard, that's it. And so a lot of the people at my gym were like, well, Dan, like, now it's 2 guys, 2 girls for a team, and are, like, I mean, we don't know how other gyms are going to stand up to this new rule.
Yeah.
But they were saying, like, you know, we have the chance to potentially, like, have a team to go to regionals, because we do have decent guys and girls, and if he's not going to compete as an individual, like, he would definitely be, like, our first guy on the team.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I might do that. Like, if CrossFit Lindy is on the top 20, then we will go. So, yeah, which would be really cool.
I was going to ask that when we were talking about it earlier. I was going to ask if you thought, like, if he made it to regionals, would he go?
So I did ask him that, like, 2 days ago. I was like, what if you do, like, make it, and, you know, without even, like, really trying and, like, putting all your heart into it? And he says that he thinks that he wouldn't accept the invite, because he says that it would be, like, too much pressure on him, and, like, I hate that he says it, but he was like, I'm not good enough at regionals anymore. Like, I will not make the top 5 for to make it to the games.
Yeah.
So he said it would just put him more in a bad mood if he's not doing well at regionals as an individual. So he says that he would probably, like, not accept the invite and then just go team, if anything. But yeah, he says he's just gonna wait to compete when he's 35 as a master. He's like, I will crush it, because he's like a year older than Rich Froning.
Yeah.
And so he was just like, I have 1 year as soon as I turn 35 to try to win. And, like, he started researching. He's like, dude, like, this year the 35 to 39 makes $25,000 at the games. So yeah, and he's like, and it's only going to go up from here, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, he'll be 32 in, like, 2 weeks. So 3 years to go.
Better watch out. Well, my God. So you guys would be East Regional, right?
Yes.
Oh my God. I hope that you guys make it, because I think a couple of us are already planning on going to East Regional. So we'll be, CrossFit Ben Salem will be decked out in CrossFit Lindy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, kind of like, I'm nervous about the Open, because, like, I signed up for the Open.
Yeah.
And then, like, last week, my powerlifting coach texted me, and he was just like, hey, and this is before I signed up for this new meet, because I was going to do an earlier meet in March.
Yeah.
And he was, hey, we're 6 weeks out. Just do me a favor and don't do CrossFit for the next 6 weeks, because we need to focus on powerlifting. I'm like, okay. Because, like, I already signed up. And then, like, I don't know what to do. And then, like, we do have, like...
I mean, it's just one workout a week.
Right. We have, like, I would say, like, 4 really good girls on my, at my gym.
Yeah.
And, like, I would probably be, like, the 3rd or 4th good, like, just because I'm not very active with CrossFit anymore. Like, I'm not, like, I honestly, like, I'm less fit CrossFit, like, this year than I was, like, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, so, like, I am still, like, the top 4 girls on, at my gym, and I am definitely, like, the best, like, gymnast at the gym. So, like, I mean, I could do, like, I think yesterday's workout, it was, like, 6 rounds of, like, calories on the bike, and then 5 muscle ups, and I was able to do everything unbroken, and, like, the girls at my gym can't really do that. So I did tell Dan, like, if there's like workouts like that, like the muscle up workouts and stuff, like, I know I can give you guys points, but
yeah,
I was like, I think my coach would get really mad at me if I, like, you know, was like, hey, by the way, I'm going to regionals when I was supposed to be training for, like, Europa, or so I don't know what to do. I hope Keegan's not listening.
I know, we really think about that after we say things, don't we? That's so tough.
I know, and I was like, do I just, like, do it? Like, Dan, he was just like, if it's gonna help our team, like, just do it. Like, you don't have to be on the team, but you can help us with the scores. Because I think if say CrossFit Lindy does make it to regionals, I think I would personally opt out of the team.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to, like, work out with your husband. Because I could be doing something completely wrong, and I'm going to be very stubborn with him. Like, if he tries coaching me, I'm very uncoachable when it comes to my husband.
Yeah.
Like, I just, like, give him a dirty look, and I'm like, no, like, I'm doing it right. And, like, but then, like, my friend would be like, Riki, like, you weren't going below parallel. And I'm like, oh, okay. But if Dan would just tell me, hell no. That, like, we might, like, bump heads a lot if we were to compete with each other. We did go team in 2014, which was not bad because I was still pretty new to CrossFit.
Yeah.
But now if he tried to, I'd be like, nah. And then, like, we're going to be rooming together. Like, that just wouldn't work.
Yeah. You can't get away from it.
Yeah. And then plus, like, I don't know. I guess, like, there's the other girls at my gym. They're more passionate about CrossFit than I am. Like, I am more focused on powerlifting right now. So
yeah.
But I'll help. I'll help with, like, the gymnastic stuff.
I think you should do the workouts each week, but then focus on powerlifting other days.
Yeah,
What's your coach's name?
What's
your coach's name?
Keegan.
Don't be mad at me for saying that. But that's what I think you should do. It's just 5 workouts. I mean,
yeah, it's just 5 workouts, and, like, I'm just trying to be an all-around good athlete.
Yeah. Well, because I think, like, I feel like it's just like when you just do CrossFit for a while. Like, even though CrossFit's, like, constantly changing and stuff like that, sometimes it is like, all right, I want something new. And I feel like it's probably the same for powerlifting. It's like, all right, I love lifting, but it's like, I know that you've been kind of, like, creeping your way back into doing some CrossFit workouts. So, like, I feel like when you're just, like, one thing or the other, like, there should be, like, some fluidity. I feel like I'm Miley Cyrus talking about sexual fluidity. Just a little bit of everything. Taste the rainbow. All right. Well,
and, like, I know this was supposed to be, like, an advice, like, what to do or how to, like, prep for the Open, but, like, we're way past that.
Yeah.
Just, like, it's one work at a time, people. Have fun. Don't forget to have fun.
Yeah.
It is fun to leaderboard, like, all weekend long, I guess. But, I don't know. Just try to beat you from last year. Don't try to, beat everybody else.
Yeah, I think that, and that's why we're doing, like, the intramural open and stuff like that. I mean, it is a time to, like, touch base not only with the community inside your gym, but also touch base with the CrossFit community at large. Like, and listen, like, just like everything else in life, you can't take things too seriously. Like, take a note from Dan. If shit happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Mm-hmm. So wait, I do have a question, though, about back to Dan.
Okay.
So does this mean, because I don't understand how this works, because, I mean, I just got a rope climb last week, because, I mean, clearly I'm not going to regionals. Although I was so excited about that, because I fucking hate ropes. But, how does it work as far as the having to record yourself?
For individuals or for team?
Either one. Like, so, I mean, if he thinks he has potential, he has to record himself, correct?
Right.
So if he really wanted to not go to regionals at all, even if he had the option, the easiest way to do it is to just not record yourself, because even if you place, you can't go.
Exactly. But you know what? Well, we'll know on Friday.
Camera will be rolling.
If he pulls out the camera and then, like, makes me, because if he's, like, serious about the Open, I'm the only person that judges him, because we've had one guy, like, not know how to count double unders with Dan before, and, like, I don't know, things, like, bad things always happen when it's not me that's judging him. Yeah. So if he asks me tomorrow, like, hey, can you judge me? I'll know that he's trying to compete.
I want to text. I want to know. The anticipation's going to be killing me. So, yeah, because I was thinking about that when you were saying, like, would he turn it down? And I was like, wouldn't he just not record himself?
I know for sure, like, if someone, like, called him out about, like, hey, why do you have your camera out? He'll just be like, oh, it's for Instagram. Like, he'll say something stupid. Like,
he'll try and be slick about it.
Yeah.
Do you have to record for team?
No, unless you're like the top like 60. Like if you know you're gonna be like top 60 for the region, then like they do recommend that you record, because they're still gonna, like, even though you're gonna opt for team, they're still gonna ask for your video for verification.
Okay. And they ask for one, right? They just ask for one random video.
Yeah, they just ask for like that person or whatever.
Okay. Cool. Interesting. So we will see tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, like you said, this was supposed to be like
It was fun. It was fun to chat though.
Plans often don't stick here. But it was fun. I think that this was a good, and clearly you can tell, like, obviously we do the open, but it's fun. Have fun. We're laughing. It's lighthearted. Enjoy it. So, but we'd love to hear how your first workout goes if you want to share it with us.
Yeah.
So,
muscle up, your first chest to bar, toe to bar.
Oh my God, yeah. Tell us all your big things. And go for it. I feel like that's one thing that, like, especially since they introduced the scaling option, I feel like I'm excited to see people push themselves to, like, they toe the line between the scaled and the RX and go for the RX and do some stuff. So do it and be proud of what you're doing. Don't just do the scale because you think that, like, you can get a better score or something like that. Do the other just to be proud of yourself when you get to the end of it. So, all right, everybody. This was yet another lovely 40 minutes that you get to spend with us each week. If you liked it, don't forget to give us a rating on iTunes. We are back on YouTube, so if you got to this point and you're not subscribed to the channel, like, that's just silly. I mean, poor you in the 40 minutes that you spent. Follow us on Instagram. Send us some love. Chat with us. Hello. We want to chat. We've got a Facebook group now. Search for that ish. I mean, hello. All right. I'm just going to end this because I'm getting crazy. I think the caffeine's actually finally kicking in. So, all right, everybody. Have a wonderful week and good luck on 18.1. Bye.